Don't be afraid. Hold on. You'll find your way.
Welcome to Growth Made Groovy, where we talk about everything from healing medicine music, working through life challenges,
and developing awareness and connections as we heal and grow along our journey.
Hey everyone, how you doing? I'm Caroline Rena.
I'm Noel New.
And welcome to
Growth Made Groovy.
Made Groovy.
The podcast.
The podcast. Yeah. Well, glad y'all are here. And we've got a really cool song that we want to share with you today. And it's not necessarily one that we fully wrote, but Noel downloaded the music to it. But we did have some input into it. But I'll let him kind of go into the backstory a little bit before we play it. So,
So what happened was this is a retreat that we'd done before COVID. Since then, it's been canceled every year, but this was in 2019, Labor Day 2019. And so we were doing our own sense of, what did we call it? Music meditation and higher vibration. We were doing that in our songwriting group. We did all that in this retreat. And also in the retreat was other professionals, colleagues, that did different breakout groups. And one of them, her name is Judy Heydrich. She does the soul collage. And rather than go into all that, it's a really cool process where you take different visual media like magazines or things like that, printed media, and cut out different pictures and things that, maybe it's a word or something that comes to you and you put it on a card, and it's really kind of connects with your soul. And she had each person to do that, which we also participated in that, write one line or word that came from their card. And just when we went around the circle, about 17, 18 of us.
Wasn't there meditation too?
Oh yeah, no, there's definitely a meditation involved.
Okay.
In that. And then she just wrote it down. And so we had this list of lines. And so later that evening, went back to the room, and when Caroline says I downloaded, just, this tune started coming to me on my guitar. So I just started playing this little kind of tune, almost like a little 60s swing, you know what I mean, to it. And just put these lines in order, and, kind of like, took a line from each one, and we just put them in order, and then made a little verse, chorus, pre-chorus, chorus. And it's called The One and the Many. And, it's that we're all one, and each one of us, there's many of us, and, the one within us and the many with each other. So anyways, it was really fun to do. And we were able to play it the next night for everybody, and then have them, participate. And it was just real fun. And at the end, it gets really fun because one of the younger participants is the daughter of the person that runs it, Joan Marino, her daughter, Kira Song, and she added the finality, the outro, so to speak, which is really fun. So when you hear it, but anyway, so let's go ahead and we'll play.
Well, I want to say something though, because the name of the song kind of incorporates exactly what the feeling of the weekend was, because we were all there together. I knew basically two people there when I went, but I was also participating as a kind of a participant and professional. Yeah. And watching this, because I'd never attended this before, and Noel, had at one time been going for a long time. And so just taking the whole song together with all of these people that all of these souls that some knew each other, most knew each other, I did not know, and connecting it with the one inside of each of us, and pulling out these words and these were like words of people. Each one was so different. Each verse was so different because it was somebody else's. We're taking words of how many, like 10, was it 10 people?
That was about 17
people. Okay, so we took the words of 17 people, different people, writing on the backs of their connection with their own, what was that called again? You just said it, the
soul collage.
Soul collage. So there are all these different things that appear to be separated, but when we pulled it together, it became one. That's what I'm trying to get to. Okay. So that's what was so cool about that. It was like, well, okay, this is neat. So, okay, go ahead. I'm good now.
Right. Yeah, it was a fun process. So here it is, the one and the many. And action.
All of you is perfect, just the way you are. Continually to strive to be your best, and trust in who you are. You are not your body, not your mind. Courage, if you could fly, connect to your soul and all that is, one and the many, honors your creativity. Give to you is love and simplicity. The light and the darkness, up to you which one you see. Trust the beauty of who you are. Appreciated as we persevere, the answers are within. Joy is your path, stay true, with an abundance of gratitude. You are not your body, not your mind. Courage, if you could fly, connect to your soul and all that is, one and the many,
good energy chills.
Yeah.
Wow. Whew.
Wow.
We haven't listened to that in what, 2 years?
Yeah, probably. It's been a while. I haven't heard it in a while. It's a great song. I enjoy it.
I felt like soul happy tears right now. I'm just like thinking about wow. Oh my gosh. Whew. Yeah.
And then I did a video, made it with all the pictures. There were so many pictures, but it wouldn't be appropriate to, other people faces and stuff in there. So, but it was the same recording. We just used the same thing. But
pictures that we had taken at the retreat.
At the retreat, right. So, it's people's permissions.
It's more
and
private.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Because we didn't release that anywhere, except to the whole list of people, and it was quite well received. But because it's written by them, it's written by us. There's a definite us to this one.
Us, the one.
And exactly. And but it's really fun. And so song was again, she was only 10 or 11 or 9. I don't know. Maybe she was 9. Yeah, time flies.
She was 9. Yeah.
And she would like all of a sudden just go meow, like talk like a cat.
Well, she was enamored with cats.
Yes.
And if you talk to her, that's all she would ever do.
When we asked her, she was asked to add a line, that's what she added, was meow. So we made the ending with that. It was fun. But the words in this are brilliant because it really is soul to soul. I mean, it's just, who knows who wrote each line. I mean, I don't even know if the people would remember which line they wrote.
I don't remember which one I wrote.
Yeah, I don't know.
So,
we all put something in there, but, and it is a good time for it. I mean, all of you is perfect just the way you are. Continually to strive to be your best and trust in who you are. You know what I mean? Just try not to be somebody you're not, especially in the times of today, which everybody's having a tough time with, either one way or another. Most people, I won't say everybody, but most. And, you're perfect just the way you are. You strive to be your best and trust in who you are. That's really a wonderful opening statement.
Yeah. And the piece about being perfect, a lot of people have a hard time. Well, I've had a hard time with that. And some people I've talked to, sure. We've talked about it before, but it's like, there's a perfection inside each of us. But because sometimes, because sometimes we feel not good enough, we strive for more perfection. And it's not necessary because it's already in there. And I can speak for myself because I tend to be a perfectionist and I want everything to be a certain way or just so. And that's a control thing. And, it doesn't work that way because it doesn't, I'll say this as nicely as I can because I'm speaking of myself too. It doesn't matter how perfect you want everything outside to be. There's already that perfection inside of us that we don't need to strive for something out there to be perfect. When we recognize our own perfection, then we know that everything is, this is my favorite line, everything is perfect in its imperfection out there.
Yeah. Because there is no, perfection is just some made up term anyways. And that's why you're perfect right now, just the way you are. You are, I am, he is, she is, they are. It's just a matter of getting to that level of accepting that fact. It's really the strive to it.
And that's the key. I think that's the key to life. I'm starting to see that now. So.
Yeah. No, that's nice. And so, and then the pre-chorus is wonderful. You are not your body. You're not your mind. Courage, courage. If you could fly, connect to your soul and all that is. So, knowing that we're something greater than this. We have a body, we have a mind, but we are not the body. We are not the mind. And so it doesn't make the body or mind unimportant. It just means that we're still more than what we think is who we are in body and mind.
Well, we're so deeply connected with the physical, and that's what we think is all there is, like this biomechanical machine that we live in, this skin sack, whatever you want, whatever different people call it. Yeah. And it's not. There's people. We always talk about mind, body, spirit, connection. There's we have our body. It is our vehicle. we have our mind. It is our passenger. And then we have our soul that is what guides us through life. It's like our GPS system. And sometimes, and we also have our unconscious and subconscious that's messed everything up based on all the stuff that we've learned. And we start trying to grasp onto something, whether it's our body or our minds or both. And then we begin to think that that's who we are, and that's not really it. And so for me to read this, it's like the courage is in there to show that as a human being in this body and mind, to be able to rise up with courage and make a decision to change things about how, like, be the change you wish to see in the world, be that change, to have the courage to do that and to make that decision. And then I like the line, if you could fly. I'd like to shift it a little bit, because I think we all can fly. We just sometimes don't know, and it becomes an if, like a curiosity, where it's in reality or in truth, in a truth, we can. We just don't. We need to learn how to trust it.
Yeah.
And in that trust becomes the connection with the soul and everything that is in the world.
Yeah.
We're in life, in the moment, like you would probably.
Well, and that kind of like it back ends it. So if you could fly, connect to your soul and all that is. So to just put in the other way, connect to your soul and all that is, and you can fly. Mm-hmm. Because you are flying when you are in that in that deep connection. Yeah, it's really powerful. And then the chorus is, the one and the many honors your creativity. My gift to you is love and simplicity. The light and the darkness, it's up to you which one you see. Trust the beauty of who you are. You're not who you used to be. I mean, there's a lot in those 4 little lines. Yeah, the one and the many inside of us, all of us, and each one of us honors our creativity, the imagination and creating what we bring to this existence, this planet.
We are co-creators.
Exactly. Everything, not just in actual arts and stuff. I mean, that's
right,
but in everything we do, in connection. My gift to you is love and simplicity. That really is from source, love and simplicity, because everything that is truth is simple. Everything that is a solution is love and simplicity. It just gets complicated through fear and through doubt and through emotional impact, which is okay. It's part of being here. The light, and it goes in the next line, the light and the darkness, which is the duality of being a human being, being alive. It's up to you which one you see, which doesn't mean you're going to always see one or the other, but it's literally up to you which one you see and when you see it. They're both there.
But you can't have one without the other either, right?
No, right, because they're both there all the time. But it's up to you which one you see, which one you're focusing on.
Right. Yeah.
And trust the beauty of who you are, the truth and beauty of who you are. You're not who you used to be. And really what I like in that line is you're not who you think you used to be. You're not who you think you are. Think you used to be, when most of us come from a less than, a sense of lack. And so trust the beauty of who you are. You're not who you used to be. That's a really powerful line too.
Yeah. That's probably, well, I don't know if it's the most powerful line in that, but what's interesting is there's also like a duality in that line too, because of what you just said. It's like who you used to be. We don't really know who we used to be. And who we used to be is somebody we think we may have been, like you basically said. And it's also perfection, going back to the perfection of who we are, in pulling us out of that. The used to be is more of a human thing. In walking through.
Well, and that's why I said who you think you used to be. It's a construct or a concept that we create of ourselves. Yeah. Yeah.
And we're going to do that as human beings. We're going to go into the light. We're going to go into the dark. We're going to go, it's just a constant. And if we don't have that, if we didn't have the duality, and we just talked about this before we got, on this call, is if we didn't have the duality, then we wouldn't know what is really beautiful. We'd just be in this like constant sameness, and that's not what life is about. Life is always about change and shifting and moving and that. And sometimes it doesn't feel good, but it's meant to be there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, I mean, yeah. And so when it doesn't feel good, it goes right into the third verse. To feel appreciated as we persevere, the answers are within. Joy is your path. Stay true with an abundance of gratitude. So right in there, there's 2 lines. The highest vibrations we could have is appreciation, joy, gratitude,
truth.
Yes, right. And
all
they're all essence of love.
Yeah.
So, to feel appreciated as we persevere, because that's the, life creates the challenges.
And that's the connection too.
Yes. And the connection with ourselves, each other, and source, power greater than self. The answers are always within. They'll be downloaded or, received or instructed from within your soul. And that's the intuition. And joy is your path. If you so choose, it's right there anyways. It's just joy is your path. Stay true with an abundance of gratitude. And that, that humility and gratitude is what, keeps the path open.
And it's actually, there's 5 words, these 5 key words that I'm assuming are everybody's, but I keep coming back to these is peace, joy, light, truth, and love. And joy is that's who we are. All of those words is who we are. There might be more I don't know yet. I haven't figured that out yet if there are, but those are the ones that keep coming to me. And because we are that, it's always there, like you said. So it's not, so coming back to that when things go haywire in life or whatever, and coming back to that's staying on the path. It's staying true to your path of who you are, who you really are. And in the process of that, being grateful and appreciative of the things that come into your life, no matter what they are, whether they're an opportunity, which is what I'll call it, which is not necessarily a good thing, but it doesn't appear to be a good thing.
Well, it doesn't feel good.
It isn't right, but it is a good thing because it's giving you the chance, me the chance to see myself differently and how I show up in the world. And that gives everybody the same opportunity. I can only speak for myself, but it was like, yeah. So just staying on that path. It's not, but you're also making the path. It's not already laid out in front of you. It's not paved. There's no pavement in this journey.
Yeah. Well, it's the road less traveled, right?
Right. Right.
The path of gold that's underneath all the, the gravel and stones, but yeah, I mean, and then again, and then it goes back into the pre-chorus and the chorus, which really are wonderful. They're wonderful to sing too. It's really a cool singing song.
Yep. And
then ending on that innocence and funness and spontaneity of the meow. So yeah, really is a great song. I mean, we played it a few times after, at the treatment center. But then that was it. Probably, you're right. Probably it's been about, because you're right. This was done in what, August
31st, we wrote it.
2019.
2019, yeah.
So we're at August. Today as it stands is August 23rd. And so, yeah, literally almost 2 years to the day.
Yeah.
But really a good song. Really nice.
So much. I mean, what's really cool about this is that so much has happened over the last couple of years that there's an awareness, and I'm sure you would feel that same awareness of, everything that all of us have walked through shows up in that song. It's like, now I see what this is. Now I see what each line really means. Like when we wrote it, or not, when we put it together, when we all wrote it and put it together, it was in the moment, it was beautiful, but we didn't really know the whole
story, the context.
Story, yeah, and everything that all these people who were contributed to this went through in the past couple of years is like that needed courage. It needed everything in that song. And I think we kind of pre-wrote it for us to get to where we are now.
Yeah.
So but I think in general, every song that we've written has been like that. It's like we pre-wrote it, and every time we go back and look at it, it's like, whoa, I just wrote that for you.
Right. It's been written.
This is for your future self.
As it is written. Exactly.
Yeah. It's crazy. I don't understand how it works, but it's really cool.
Well, yeah, that's just entering the channel, open to the creative channel. That's generally how it works, because it's not really, it's being done through self, not by self.
Right. It's like our higher self knew what we needed to hear today, or each today that we've done these podcasts.
Yeah.
It just knew what we needed to hear and fit it back in time, and then brought it back again, back to this present moment. It's okay. Don't question. That's a mystery. I don't know what that is.
That's right.
Yeah. It's all source. Let's just,
Yeah, that's it. Exactly. Let's just leave it at that, because it is. It's we're along for the ride, but we also have a conscious part that we play in it, and what we choose to be from within ourselves, to participate and to co-create in. Mm-hmm. And sometimes that's it's always a simple choice. Sometimes it's an easy choice. Sometimes it's feels complicated and difficult, but that's just because of stuff in the way, like fear and guilt and shame and grief. You know what I mean? These different things that happen as a human being that we just have to process, feel, let go of, connect through. And then we get back to it. We just get back to being who we truly are, in the moment, because that's all we could be anyways, is in this moment.
Yes. Yeah. But I'm putting together a support group for grief, because there's so much grief going on out there. And I have some people already who are interested, and I haven't picked the day or time yet. I'm just kind of connecting with people right now. But if you are interested in being a part of a grief support group, I am going to have those on Zoom, and you just PM me, and I will send you the information. But I think it's just very important that everybody's going through grief. I don't care who you are. And I'm going to say this flat out, men, because all of my responses have been from women. And I know for certain that our men are going through grief also. And I'm like, where are they? I don't know what's happening here, but that's okay. I kind of do, in a way. But it's there. I'm going to be there once a week to provide this. And there's an opportunity for you if you want. And just like I said, PM me, and we'll just go from there and see and support each other, so. Yeah,
no, definitely. And the groups are good to do that. And so that's good that you're putting that together to help people. Because grief especially definitely needs support, to know that the collective is supportive, and then to be able to just be in witness with another in that support is tremendous healing. It's almost like the healing gets amplified and taken to the next level when you're able to just feel that rawness and vulnerability of grief with another being and another group of people that are holding the space is really very powerful.
Yes.
And the healing goes beyond the person grieving, goes to the other people holding the space as well.
So yeah, and in that thought, it's meant to be a safe and loving and supportive space. It's like, it doesn't matter who you are. If you've ever gone through anything, as we are challenged to go through things right now, we are meant to grieve. And if we don't grieve, it gets locked up inside of us and causes all kinds of things like anger, fear, and everything. Right. So being able to have a space to grieve with yourself, with other people, especially if you don't know how or what that looks like for you, because you've never really felt like you needed to do it, it's a good opportunity, to take on your journey.
Yeah.
So, whatever that looks like. So, whatever you decide, I'm here.
That's right. And you can, feel free to, again, comment with who you are, and then Caroline could get in touch with you, or whatever the case may be. And if you're watching this on Facebook and the Growth Made Groovy, Raise Your Vibe group, or if you're watching it on YouTube, just go ahead and just, you can comment that you're interested, and then we'll connect with you by private message, things like that. Caroline will reach out to you. So, but yeah, no, this song really is powerful. Again, it's about reaching out and connecting within yourself and then with each other. Mm-hmm. And it's a beautiful thing to practice. And so we're grateful to have you here today with us to practice that with, whenever you're watching this or listening to it, or whatever the case may be. And feel free to comment, question, feedback, share, like, whatever you need to do. But yeah, or even participate in any which way. The floor is open, the door is open, and because we are one and we are many. And so, just to keep the connection, the bridge between them, is really the whole purpose of this podcast. So.
And you also had mentioned something, I think on the last podcast that you posted, you mentioned something, because I think we talked about this, about having people come on and just kind of hang with us and talk, whatever.
I'd love to have that. If you're interested, just comment, and then we'll get back with you and have you on, and but, obviously these are pre-recorded, but, we don't do a whole lot of just record it and then put it through a little process, and then boom, it's posted. So, but please feel free. Yeah, you're definitely welcome.
Yes. Look forward to.
That's right.
To it. Yep.
So with that, much love and a wonderful day to you all, and evening, wherever you're at. That's right.
Yeah.
And may you find your heart open today in this moment and the next, and we'll catch you next time.
Have a great day.
Bye-bye.